Imagine having someone being able to come into your business and review your full financials, find cash that's sitting there that you don't even know you have. That's one of the benefits of working with a certified action coach who are trained to do this, to find the gaps in your business. Today, I get to speak with business coach Paul Roach, who shares some of the strategies and tips that can help you find the gaps in your business, the benefits of working with a business coach, and how it can give you more time and financial freedom. Paul, tell me, why did you become a business coach?
My journey is around numbers. I'm an accountant by trade. I don't say it too loudly now, but focused on management accounting. And accountants serve two roles. Either they keep you compliant or they help you make money in your business. Unfortunately, we find that most accountants are too bogged down in compliance and they don't actually get the time to help business owners make money. So I find a nice little niche in there that working with the numbers in a business to help the business owners actually make some cash, which is probably what they went into business for in the first place. So that's where I start. My journey has taken me through, when I left uni, I was working for a loss-making business, making six-figure losses every week. Fell into new ownership. The new owners hedged the sale price of their product on the world price. They lost, literally hundreds of thousands of dollars a month as a result of that. And they needed a massive restructure. So I was part of the team that helped work out what the business was doing, where it was going, what they could do with their cost structure. Their revenue structure was fairly fixed. Their output, how could they get their output up to be able to get more revenue in the door? And they're still trading today, which is a long time ago that that we were working on that. So they were a very, very heavily cash-strapped business that survived really well. So
you mentioned earlier that accountants are often working on the reactive side of the business. Potentially, let's not upset any accountants out there because we love you, but I have heard accountants say before that they would love to be more proactive in helping businesses succeed before it gets to the point. And there's obviously warning signs on what that is. You can see the trajectory based on maybe their current position or trend. Tell me about that.
And I think there's two sides to this coin. I think accountants would love to be more proactive, but I'm not sure their client base are prepared to pay for it, which is a bit of a challenge. Clients probably don't know it's available, don't know they can help. And one of the things one of my special traits, if you like, is I can see numbers in 3D. So what that means is I can see if you make this change here today, how that's going to play out over the next 2 or 3 years and what impact it's going to have on your profit. So the ability to pull a business apart, the ability to pull the numbers apart and have a look at what it's doing and where it's going, is a real challenge for business owners. They get caught in the day-to-day and they forget or don't know how. They forget that that's part of making money is working out what's going on and what you'd like it to look like.
And so that ability for you to be able to see that, what are some of the signs, like if a business owner is out there listening to this, what are some of the signs or what advice would you give them that kind of, rather than being more compliance in terms of just waiting till you get your tax done and not doing anything else, more proactive? What are some of the tips or signs that you can share that would help business owners have some awareness around this?
One of the things that was instilled in me very early in that loss-making business was their reporting structure was weekly. So they had to report their profit and loss every single week to the board. And it wasn't, if you get it done, send it to us. It was, you have it done by Thursday, 12 o'clock for the week finishing 7:30 Monday morning. And there was no ambiguity around it. So the business owner, the business managers in that business and the owners, the directors, knew the profitability of that business every single week. They didn't wait till the end of financial year. They didn't wait to the end of the month. They knew it weekly. So as business owners in a small to medium space, knowing our numbers every week is a key part of driving how our business is performing. And our monthly profit and loss, that when we get it, is normally just confirmation of what's happened in the 4 weeks before it. So we should already know where we're at and where we're going.
That's interesting, because when you go to get your financials done yearly and your tax done with an accountant, that you're really looking at it once a year. So breaking it down to quarterly, breaking it down to monthly, and then, as you say, weekly, you really have got that in the moment bird's eye view of your business very quickly.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And once you've got it weekly, yes, it's a bit of pain to get that and a bit of pain to get it set up and get it to happen. But once you've got that and you get in the habit of it, it's a bit like a drug. You've got to have it. You've got to know where you're at. It builds that energy around numbers are not a chore. Numbers actually drive my business, and it swings the pendulum back the other way.
Yeah, that's great advice. Thank you. Any other tips that you would share with business owners apart from measuring your numbers weekly?
I think there's also the thing of using your numbers. Yes, you've got to measure them, but you've got to be able to dig and go, what do we do with this? Yeah, we know, but how do we make it better? How do we improve it inch by inch, so to speak? We're not looking for the silver bullet. We're looking for the incremental changes. So, for example, I was with a client last week, and they're in the vehicle repair industry, right? And they're saying to me, ask them a simple question: what's your markup on the parts that you use in the business that you put in people's vehicles? Oh, 70%. Awesome. Let's take that. So we go and look at the profit and loss, and we realise that the 70% they're aiming for, they're actually only achieving 61%. So we've got a 9% gap. 9% gap is actually extrapolates out over the year to be about $106,000. And that's lost profit. That's lost cash flow. That's 9%. So the exercise with them over the next couple of months is, how do we narrow that 9% gap? Where's the hole in our bucket? Same with their labour. We're looking at their labour and we're going, how much do you mark up your labour by? Oh, we mark it up by 100%. Oh, let's go and have a look at our profit and loss. Let's have a look at each of our team members. Let's have a look at what revenue they're actually generating. Now, that in itself is an interesting exercise, because normally you've got to dig pretty deep on that, and you've got to flick through a fair bit of paperwork to find out what their actual profitability is. And you look at it and you go, well, 100%, well, actually, we're only getting around 50%. You go, well, hang on, I've got 7 team members here. We're getting 50% and we're missing 50% chargeability. What's that worth? And that's like $200,000 or $300,000 in that alone.
What's the best piece of business advice that you ever received?
I think it's around knowing your numbers. You've just got to know your numbers. You've got to do it. Much knowledge you may not enjoy it. You've got to do it up front.
Hats off to you for committing to your learning by listening to this podcast. And if you'd like some help implementing some of these strategies, then click the link in the description to find your local action coach. They can help you put these strategies into action and take your business and your life to the next level. In the meantime, like and subscribe so that you're the first to get our next episode. We'll see you soon.